Our patented custom building process begins with a genuine custom wood door. This door is used as our master, or plug door. Each plug door is carefully inspected to ensure the quality necessary for our high-end product. The grain is accentuated to bring out the unique and natural character of the wood. Once the plug door has been prepared, silicone rubber is poured onto the plug. When the silicone has cured, it is detached from the plug, and the mold is ready for production. Each mold weighs more than 100 pounds and allows us to create a skin that both replicates the original wood door while avoiding the limitations of steel dies. An individual mold is built for each standard model and option. Each door is built in two halves, and two molds are usually needed for each offering. For example, more than 70 molds are required to produce our popular A412 model. To initiate the production process, the required molds are pulled from our inventory, and a proprietary clear gel coat is brushed by hand into the recessed areas of the panels, carvings, and detailed molding profiles. The mold then moves along a conveyor system into a spray cabin where a robotic arm applies a uniform layer of the clear gel coat. This gel coat ultimately determines the outside layer of the door, and the uniform application of the gel material is a key step in achieving the realistic wood appearance of the finished product. The mold continues on the automated conveyor system where an ultraviolet oven cures the clear gel coat. The next step involves the application of a unique pigmented gel coat. Based on the results of color spectrometer testing, we found that using a pink gel coat allows us to finish our fiberglass doors in a wide variety of stain finishes that replicate the grain and contrast of a wood door. After the base color has cured, a polyester-based putty is applied to the recessed areas of the mold. This putty softens the hard edges and corners of the molding and panel details and prevents air bubbles from forming on the door's surface. Now that the gel coats and putty have been applied to the mold, we can begin to apply the fiberglass. JELD-WEN uses two types of fiberglass to make a door skin. First, a sheet of chopped strand fiberglass material passes through a resin impregnator, which applies a consistent, metered amount of resin to the fiberglass sheet. This sheet is then hand laminated onto the mold. The stiles and rails are further reinforced with a bidirectional fiberglass cloth, and additional resin is applied by hand to the fiberglass reinforcement and skin. With the lamination complete, the part passes through another UV oven to cure completely. The stile and rail areas are smoothed for the application of the LVL frame, and the rest of the skin is scuffed in preparation for the foam core application. The internal frame is made up of LVL with a 7/8-inch hardwood edge band, which allows for net sizing. We fasten the LVL frame to our fiberglass skin with a proprietary adhesive. Our frames are the same width as our stiles and rails. Various types of door closers, lock sets, and hardware can be used without any special preparation. The vacuum press applies consistent pressure over the completed skin. A polyurethane foam core is then poured onto the skin. This material is applied in a liquid state, and within minutes, it rises and solidifies into a 12-pound density core. The typical commodity door only has a core of 4 pounds or less. Our unique core gives our products the sound and weight of a real hardwood door. Once the core has become rigid, the skin is removed from the silicone mold and is passed through a CNC machine, which trims the skin and completes one half of the finished door. As with all stages of our production process, we carefully inspect each door half before it is joined with its mate. The two door halves are glued together using a special adhesive and then are placed into a vacuum press to cure. Finally, the door is removed from the press and the assembly process is complete. The door is now ready to be machined to our customer's specifications. It can be trimmed to a book size or a net size, beveled, routed for hinges, and prepped for a lock set. If the door has been ordered with a jam system, it is transferred to our pre-hang department. The systems are assembled and tested to ensure that the doors, locks, hinges, and other hardware all align properly. We can provide custom machining to meet our customers' unique requests if proper drawings are provided. If glass is specified on the order, the door is moved to the glazing area. A wide variety of standard and custom glass options are available. The moldings are glued into place using foam glazing tape, glue, and silicone adhesive to create a seal that will withstand extreme exposure and climatic conditions. Before the finish is applied, the door passes through a station devoted to making sure that each door meets our high standards for quality. In the finish area, each door passes through a series of stain applications that bring the carefully molded grain detail to life. First, we hand apply a grain filler, followed by a wiping stain. These materials are applied by hand and the excess material is wiped off. The artisans in the shading department also accent the details of each door, such as the knots on knotty alder doors, and they also apply antiquing if it is requested. The next step is a paint booth where a sprayable shading stain is applied. This process allows us to color match the doors to the rest of the components, such as jambs, side lights, transoms, or any other component that might be on the same order. 2 coats of polyurethane Polane top coat are then applied to every door. In between coats, the doors are hand sanded and detailed prior to the final coat. Once the top coat has cured, the doors are ready for final inspection and packaging. Every product produced in the factory goes through this final quality control step. Door panels are detailed, glass is cleaned, and hardware such as speakeasies, decorative grills, clavos, and straps are installed. All of the grills are made of aluminum. The clavos, straps, and other accents are made using a process similar to that of the doors. A wrought iron plug is used to create a silicone mold. Chopped fiberglass is then blended with resin and pigment and poured into the mold and removed after it cures. This process gives the decorative accents an authentic look, and it ensures that, as with our doors, the accents will withstand extreme exposure and climatic conditions. Every order is photographed and logged before it is packaged and shipped. We ensure that the order is built 100% as requested by the customer, and that each aspect of the door meets our quality standards. Every order is shipped, knocked down, crated, banded, and palletized to ensure that each part of the order is delivered complete and damage-free.